Hello there everyone, this is Phantom Duels and today I'm going to be doing What If Naruto Went Rogue. So yeah, I'm going to be saying this, Naruto isn't blind. I just made him get rid of his blue eyes to make his eyes be an Uchiha eye. Because he needed Hagoromo's eyes just to have the full potential of his Karma Seal. And when his Karma Seal reaches all the way to his eye, it'll be the same way as Boruto. One eye will have whatever dojutsu Naruto want, but the other eye will only have one dojutsu at a time. Naruto will be able to switch the eye that has the karma sealed away. So imagine the eye that where Boruto has his Jogan. Naruto will be able to have whatever dojutsu Hagoromo and his brother used to have. Because this Hagoromo had the power of his brother saved inside of the chakra fruit that he gave Naruto. So he has the karma seal of his brother. But his brother won't be inside of Naruto. So basically, Naruto has a copy of the Sage's Express power and his brother, so he has space and time release. And the second ship will be, I'm gonna pause. The second ship will be female Sasuke, haha. Gotcha, boys. So yeah, I was reading through the comments. Some people didn't really want the Mito ship, so I'm gonna say this. So if you guys have seen anime where there's a step brother and a stepsister, you'll know where I'm going with this. Naruto won't be related to them because his blood will switch to an Otsutsuki blood. And he'll technically be able to get married with her because they're not technically brother and sister, so I if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. If you don't know, then that's fine too. I'm gonna pause. Alright, let's continue. So we're gonna go to the day where they pick teams. Before we go there, we're gonna have to talk about the academy. Over the 12 years from Naruto being in the academy, he has been acting different. The day before of the picking the teams, Naruto was wearing his headband, and he always had the same look this Boruto picture had. Boruto picture. Well, for now we'll call him Naruto. And the sword that I'm gonna give him, I'm still wondering about it, but my favorite sword has always been the Sasuke sword, so the way that he wears it is so cool, but still, I'm thinking of the sword that I want to give him. You know what? I'm gonna give him a sword from another anime. Whoever types the sword that they sing on the Naruto, or if you guys comment a sword that you want him to have in the comments, the first one to type a sword, I'll give him that sword. It could be any anime or any other type of sword, but still. So let's continue. Oh, we're gonna go before the day of picking teams. Naruto came to class wearing the headband the same way this guy's wearing it. As everyone saw Naruto's haircut and how he looked, he had the same clothes, the same sweater as that one that you see there. That's what he's wearing. He is wearing the same black ambu pants, not black ambu pants, black pants as Boruto wear with the bandages around one of his legs and the kunai pouch there. He looks the same way as Boruto, but the haircut and everything is the same. Just like he has, instead of two whiskers, is three. Three, but he's not the Nine Tails. That is because of his genes of being born from a person who had the Nine Tails. Since he has the Jubi, he is technically the most overpowered thing. And imagine the karma that Madara and Obito will get when they find out that when they release the Jubi out of the Tendo statue, yeah, the Tendo statue or whatever. Really forgot what was the name of the statue that was holding the 10 tails in. When they open that door, oh my god. They'll get the biggest karma alive because the chakra will go straight on Naruto. Because Naruto will get the final form of the Jubi. Naruto and the Jubi have been talking a lot over the past few years, and the Jubi hadn't gotten a liking it to Naruto. So he started to like humans. So yeah. We're gonna go to the day of the academy. Not that long back, just a day before picking teams. As Naruto was sitting on the back of the class looking out at the window. Someone was staring at him, who was sitting next to his sister. As Boruto asked, no, not Boruto, Mito asked, "Hey, Not Sasuke. Forget about it. This is just a female version of Sasuke. Just imagine a female version of Sasuke when I say Sasuke. If Mito asks, "Hey Sasuke, why do you keep looking at my brother?" She said, "Nothing." Then Mito said, "Do you like my brother?" Giving her an angry look. Then Mito was thinking on her head, maybe we can share if she doesn't, if she's agree. But she was just hoping that she would say, as Sasuke said, maybe not. But it's just, oh, the teacher's here, trying to get out of the conversation. As Naruto notices and was like, huh, interesting. As Iruka came in and said, okay, class, sit down. As everyone sit down, Menma and Kiba, being the high and mighty people they are, were just getting all the attention. Hinata this one doesn't like Naruto. I'm just doing it like a regular neglected, but my twist is I am not making him coming back. This is a Sasuke. Naruto is switching places with our boy Sasuke. So yeah. You know what? Wait a minute. Forget about it. Yep. So yeah, we're gonna continue. Iruka. This has been happening for at least a week before the picking teams. Sasuke has been looking at Naruto and getting a type of weird vibe when she looked at him. Her heart, her heart used to, her heart used to go a bit too much, a bit too fast for her age when she looked at him, and she used to sometimes get hard on her eyes when she looked at him, but it always goes back. It always goes away when Mito tries to get her to wake up. So yeah, we're gonna go to the picking teams, and this time, Team 7 will be Sakura. Well, let's go to the team. I'm not getting rid of Sakura because I need her for this team. Team 7. Team 7. Then we go to the team selection. Iruka says Team 7. Sakura Haruno. Kiba Akamichi. Maybe, I don't really remember. Just Kiba and Sai. Yes, I am bringing Sai from the Ambu this early. I know, people, right? So technically Sai is here too. All the team be normal, just that the last team will be something funny. Team 12. Naruto Uzumaki. As he wasn't paying attention. Mito Namek. Oh yeah, I forgot to say what team member. Forget about it. I got a surprise. So yeah, the team leader for Kiba, Sakura, and Sai will be a different team. So yeah, let's go with this. Naruto Uzumaki. If I were to just nodded at this. Sasuke Uchiha. Sasuke got up and said, here. Mito Namikaze Uzumaki. As she said, here. Did I say he for Sasuke? It's she, don't worry. Menma Namikaze Uzumaki, here. And to make his life even more worse, before Naruto moved, his parents, he heard something else when they heard about the child prophecy from Jiraiya. Jiraiya was talking on the day of Naruto's 12th birthday, which will be no, I'm saving that for a later part. That's not as it was Menma, Mito, Sasuke, Naruto, and who should it be on their thing? Nah, it's just 4 people. As Sasuke said, Iruka Sensei, why are we on a four-man team. As Iruka said, that's because you'll be going to have two senseis and assistant senseis. As the assistant sensei I won't tell you. As they all understood. As Naruto just, oh my god, I really want to give him a sword, but I don't know just what sword. Forget about the sword. I'll just wait for one of you guys to type in the comments what type of sword you want him to have. Because this Kenjutsu is at a mastery that nobody will want to even touch him. Or even look at him. He's at a Dou Sasuke mastery sword style. So yeah, as Naruto was just with his eyes closed. As Mito noted, Mito knew that Naruto will grow his eyes back, but just that instead of growing blue, they grew back another color. Naruto went to the hospital to check just to make sure that no one asks questions. As Naruto went in the hospital, was glad to see that Naruto could see again. And listen, I didn't make Naruto go blind on purpose. I just made him go blind because I don't want him to look exactly like Minato or anyone else in his family. As Naruto was with his eyes closed, sitting on the desk. Imagine Sasuke at the beginning of the animes with his hand under his chin. As Sasuke, and Mito and Memo were looking at him. As Naruto had his eyes closed but didn't even care. You could sense that they were looking at him. As they were looking at his hand that had those tattoo, they were looking at the hand as Sasuke, being all brave, it's a she, not a he. Sasuke being all brave, tapped Naruto's shoulder, and Naruto just opened his eyes and looked at her and said, "What is it?" And Sasuke said, Naruto, would you mind telling me and Mito what is that on your hand? Sorry about the pause. As Naruto said, this is just a gift from someone. It was the price to pay for getting how strong I am. And if you mind not asking questions, I won't answer them anymore. As he just closed his eyes and went back to the same position he was. As Mito and Sasuke put up a face saying, "Dang it, we didn't even get any answers from him." As Memo said, "Why is that his? That should have been to me, the Almighty, and me being the child of prophecy should have gotten that, not him." As Memo said, "Hey Naruto, do it to me too." As Naruto just kept quiet. Sorry about the pause, someone scared me so I pressed the button. But yeah, Naruto just kept quiet as Memo kept bothering him, until Kakashi and Kushina came. So yeah, let's say this. So let's say overtraining with the Jubi and having at least using to make this even more faster to him to get that. People say that they want him to get the Eternal Mangekyo real fast, but I will give it to him once he's 13. As Naruto train with the Jubi for at least one whole day, using at least 3,000 shadow clones and work clones to attack each other until one of them unlocks the 3 Tomoe Sharingan. As when they used it. In this one, I'm gonna give this ability to Naruto's Sharingan. I'm gonna give him each ability of each Sharingan that I feel like is gonna be good for him. He has Kamui, which is gonna be able to teleport him to everywhere he wants, but he doesn't really need to use it since he has a space and time release. Limbo, Amaterasu. What else should I give him in? And my favorite one, be able to have his last ability will be able to make his Sharingan have every type of Susanoo every Sharingan user used to have. Yes, he has all the abilities of every. Once he uses that abilities, his eyes will form into the other person, Internal Mangekyo or Mangekyo, and you'll have all the abilities of their Susanoo and Sharingan. So Madara, good luck with this kid. So yeah, that's Naruto unlocked the 3 Tomoe Sharingan, which he only has Kamui, Limbo, and Amaterasu. Kamui won't. Yeah, when he goes against Kakashi, good luck, people. And his Sharingan will give him an ability to stop time because the Jubi decided to mix his time release with his space and time release with his Sharingan and his. Let's say since he has the powers of Hagoromo's brother and Hagoromo, he has the Tensei gun. Yes, all the dojutsus that have been creative in Naruto. This one person has it. Yes, one eye can have the Tensei gun, the other one can have the Eternal Mangekyou, the Ren Sharingan, whatever's Ren. Even the Rinnegan could be in this one. When he sees Sasuke uses his Rinnegan, he'll be able to copy it. He'll be able to copy the ability, but when he uses that ability, his eyes will shapeshift into that. So both of his eyes will be able to have the Rinnegan, but when he uses the Karma Seal on one of his eyes, his other eye will deactivate the Ren Sharingan or any dojutsu that he has activated. He'll have to pick a different one. He'll have to pick the Tenseigan, the Byakugan, or the Rinnegan. For me, I'll pick the Tenseigan because then I'll be able to use the True Seeking Orbs at its peak. And I mean that his True Seeking Orbs are indestructible. Once he uses them, they reform and come back. Jubi, people, Jubi. Then we go back to Kakashi and Kushina coming. Yes, Kushina to keep an eye on Naruto. As Kushina and Kakashi came. Kakashi just came in saying, my first expression of all of you is, first, Megma, crazy, Mito, calm, Sasuke, happy. Uchiha Massacre didn't happen. I need Sasuke to be a happy person, a happy girl. Jesus, I can't say that real well. It's gonna be so hard saying it. Then he looked at Naruto with Naruto having his eyes closed, as he saw the tattoo that Naruto had on his hand. So yeah, the same arm that is holding Naruto's sword, that's the arm where Naruto has the tattoo. And Kakashi said, and an interesting guy here. As Kushina said, well, Kakashi, you're sure right about that. As Kakashi said, okay everyone, meet me at the roof in 5 minutes. As when Naruto heard 5 minutes, he disappeared in a burst of crows before Kakashi could even say 5. Boom, he disappeared in a burst of crows. When everyone saw the crows, they were like, Itachi. Yes, Sasuke said, hey, how do you... As Naruto disappeared in a burst of crows. I like the crow body flicker. It's so much better. As Naruto was already in the roof sitting down. Then Kakashi and everyone else reached the roof as they all saw. As Kakashi and Kushina said, Naruto, how are you able to get up here? Then Naruto said, body flicker. And how do you know we were coming up here? Don't know, just a guess. Then I'm gonna pause real quick. So yeah, sorry about that. If you guys heard that, that's not something you guys should hear. Then we go to Naruto just keeping quiet. Then they started to go as Kakashi said, okay everyone, introduce yourself. As instead of being Sakura who asked, hey, aren't you supposed to introduce yourself first? Then it was Menma. As Kakashi said, okay. Hi, I'm Kakashi Hatake. My likings, none of your business. My dream, none of your business. My not favorite my not favorite things is none of your business. That's Kushina said, for real, Kakashi. Then Kakashi just kept quiet and opened his book and started to read. Then Kushina said, "Hi, I'm Kushina Namikaze Usamaki, the wife of the fourth Hokage." Then she started to explain her liking is her. I still want to say that they're trying to get nice to him again because of his power that he has now, but forget about it. My liking is my two children, and my Mito. My soul not liking is the demon brat. When Naruto heard this, he just wanted to throw a kunai at her cheek, but he couldn't. She was a if he does that, they'll find out his maximum power. He'll have to show them more power. Then then Kushina said, "Okay, Memma, first you go." As Memma said, "Hi, I'm Memma Namikaze Uzumaki. I am going to be the next Hokage after my father." Then we go to Mito. Mito said the same thing as Memma, but she said that she's going to be the first female Hokage, the same dream as her mother used to have once. As Kushina's mom, Mito. Then we go to Sasuke. Then Sasuke says, "Hi, I'm Sasuke Uchiha. My liking..." She looks at Naruto and then looks back forward. Then she looks at Naruto and then she looks back forward. "My hobbies are training. My not likings are people who don't know the difference between a scroll and a kunai." If you guys know where I'm going with that, you'll get it later. So yeah, we're gonna continue. Then we go to the one and only Naruto Uzumaki, the broken bastard, so young, and he's gonna be more broken after he reaches the 3-year time skip. And then this one I'm gonna go all the way to the Sabusa arc. That's all. Then I'm gonna pause and go make part 3 of the Neptune What If because I need to do it. Then it goes to Naruto. Naruto opened his eyes. As Naruto said, "Hi, I am Naruto Uzumaki. My likings, none of your business. My hobbies, none of your business. People that I don't like, the Namikaze family." Mito got a bit sad. Memma got angry. Kushina got angry. Kakashi can understand. So Sasuke couldn't understand as she was gonna ask Mito. Then Naruto said, "Okay, this is over. I have to go train." That's when Memma said, "Who's gonna train you, you demon?" Then Naruto said, "Was I asking you? Are we in front of the Hokage? Because if we weren't, I would have slashed your throat off." Giving Memma a glare that could literally freeze him through time if he uses a bit more power. As Memma just sat down, being quiet. Then Kushina said, "Naruto, you're not supposed to be speaking like that to your teammates." Then Naruto said, "Why are you talking?" Giving the same glare to Kushina. She felt the same. She just sat back down. Then Kakashi said, Okay, calm down. We want you all to come to meet us at the Team 7 grounds at 7 a.m. tomorrow. Don't eat breakfast." Then Naruto and Nejubi literally found out that was just a fake. They should eat breakfast. As Naruto told Mito and Sasuke to come here. As they both came close to him, as Naruto said, "Eat breakfast. You'll starve. Trust me." Then Naruto, with not even a Tuina hindsight, he started to walk as curls started to appear from his foot, from the start of his feet all the way to his head. He disappeared. As Kushina was wondering, how can he do that without hand signs? as the crows all disappear into puff of smoke. And Kushina couldn't sense Naruto anymore, as Naruto was in the forest of death, walking through, just went to his private training ground where nobody can find him. As he started to train, Naruto will started to train on unlocking the Mangekyo. Since Naruto has Hagoromo's power, his Mangekyo won't make him bleed. So Eternal will be much powerful than the Mangekyo. As Naruto started to train on getting the Mangekyo. As when Naruto ran out of energy, a beast tried to attack Naruto. Yes, I'm giving him it much earlier to make him a bit more broken, but not that broken until the 3-year time skip. So yeah, Naruto was training way too much that his body couldn't move anymore. As Naruto saw a giant snake coming to attack him, when he said, "Why can I move? Move! For God's dang it, just move!" Then his eyes shifted into another awakening. It went from the 3 Tomoe Sharingan to the Mangekyo Sharingan. Then the Susanoo arm appeared, punching the snake far away from Naruto. As Naruto got chakra from the Jubi just to stand up once again. Then Naruto took out a kunai and went to kill the snake. As he killed the snake with using only to make this even out OP Rasengan. Space Rasengan. Space Jutsu. Rasen Space. It's certainly a Rasengan that is covering the galaxy, so when you get hit with this, good luck, you'll be erased from existence. And you want to know how much chakra this takes from you? Literally, if you have at least 1,000,000%, 1,000,000 will technically mean 500,000 of your chakra. Since Naruto has that much, his chakra will be that much chakra it takes from Naruto. So he have to rest after using it, since his body's not fully mature yet. Then Naruto smiled and said, "Finally, I got the Eternal Mangekyo," as he fell down to the ground. Two Ambus found Naruto and took Naruto back to his house. These were orders of the third Hokage to keep an eye on Naruto for just in case he gets in trouble. As Naruto was taken home by the Ambus, the next day Naruto wakes up at 5 of the morning. He starts walking as a portal appears in front of him and teleports to on top of a tree. Yes, his pace and time release helps him go anywhere in only a blink. Then Naruto said, "Oh, I hope," as he summoned another portal, and he put his face through it. When he put his face through it, he was in front of the Ichiraku ramen. As he said, "Hey, old man," as the ramen guy looked at Naruto and said, "Oh, hi, Naruto. So is this a jutsu?" Then Naruto said, "Yes, it's a jutsu." Then the ramen guy said, "So what do you need, Naruto?" As Naruto said, "Can I have 2 bowls of ramen, please?" As the ramen guy said, "Coming up, Naruto." As he finished making the balls, gave it to Naruto, and Naruto paid the ramen guy and just closed the portal and started to eat. I'm gonna mute real quick. So Naruto waited at least another hour, 2. So he went there at 5. Yep, he waited 2 hours. Then 2 hours later, everyone got there. As Kakashi got there early with Kushina, because Kushina beat it into him that if he doesn't get there in time, I will tell Minato. As Kakashi was afraid of Minato, but not that much afraid. Then Kakashi said, "Okay, I'll be there early." As Kakashi got there a few minutes behind Kushina and her 2 kids, As Mito ate, Kushina was surprised to see that Mito made it. Mito found out that was a trick. Memma didn't. As Memma was saying to Mito that, why are you eating? Didn't Kakashi Sensei say to not eat? But Kushina was proud of her daughter. Of her daughter. Then Sasuke did the same thing. Listening to Naruto. Then Naruto looked at this and was like, huh. Well, at least I have two teammates that will listen. Then a few more. Then when Kakashi got there, he said, "So where's Naruto?" As Naruto said, "Up here." And he was on top of a tree that was so high. As Kakashi said, "Naruto, get down!" And Naruto said, "I will." So imagine a Superman when he lands. Then Naruto jumped from one floating down the tree as he then landed like a superhero. As he then got up and said, "So what's up?" To make it even more cooler, he just went walking down the tree. As he said, "So what's up?" As Kakashi says, "You already know tree walking." As then Naruto said, "Even water walking." There are very two simple techniques to learn how to control your chakra. As Mito and Sasuke were a bit jealous, but they didn't mind it because it was Naruto. Then then Memma said, "Hey, demon, teach me how to do it." And Naruto said, "Ask your senseis." As he disappear in a burst of crows and appear next to Memma and Sasuke. No, Mito and Sasuke. As he said, "Well, good morning, you two." As they both weren't red when Naruto appeared right next to them. It was like right in the middle of the spot where they were sitting. Then they had to move. Then we go to where Kakashi and Kushina were no longer shocked. They said, "We will be doing the belt test." As Mito and Mimma and Sasuke heard about this and they were starting and said, "We heard about this before. Isn't this supposed to be a test of testing our abilities and something else?" As they were forgetting what was the other thing. Then Kushina and Kakashi look at each other and say, "Well, at least they know that was missing something else." As Kakashi said, "Yes, you're missing something else, but we are not allowed to tell you." As Kakashi said, as everyone went like, "Ah." Then we go to then they look at Naruto and say, "Naruto, do you know the thing that they're missing?" As Naruto said, "Why would I say? I know nothing, right?" As Kakashi knew that he was lying. Naruto found out that this was teamwork years ago. That's why he told Sasuke and Mito to eat. Well, you know that their teamwork was gonna be pretty good because of how they listened to him. Memorada. Gonna take a pretty long time. Kakashi said, he's faking it. Then Kushina said, "Naruto, how could you know your teammate?" No. As Kakashi looked at Kushina with a sweat on his head, saying, "What? Couldn't you see that he's lying?" Naruto just closed his eyes and said, "Are we gonna start or not?" As Kakashi said, "Okay, 1, 2, 3." And one thing before I start, and one thing they said before we start, we are only one. Each of us are only gonna have. It's a four-man team. 3 bells. One of us is now two. The other one's gonna have one. As Naruto noticed that and said, cheeky, right? As he then, Kakashi said, 3, 2, 1, go. Naruto disappeared in a burst of crows. Nobody ever being able to find where he went, and he's in another dimension by now. He's just in a portal between time and space in the Kamui ability. He was able to master that ability to the point where he's able to stay in that dimension. As he's looking at Kakashi and Kushina, saying, should I just do this and steal it? Or should I just wait for my teammates? Then the Jubi said, show off. Just Naruto said, got it, sensei. As he then deactivated Kamui and appeared right next to both of their pockets and disappeared in a burst of crows. As Kakashi and Kushina saw this and were like, wait, that was Naruto. As Naruto appeared right next to Sasuke and Mito and said, hey, you two. As they looked behind them and said, Naruto. And he said, grab these. As he threw them the two bells and said, hold on to those. As he disappeared and reappeared behind Memma, I said, Memma. The Memma said, what do you want, demon? Grab this. Then Kakashi said, okay, everyone, the test is over. Naruto, calm down. Everyone, calm down. And so when they came down, Kushina and Kakashi asked, Naruto, would you mind explaining how do you get between us in that short amount of time? And Naruto said, even though this is based on teamwork and test of ability, you guys didn't really need to see my full abilities, because if I would have done that, one of you might have ended up in the hospital. But still, I gave the people that have the bells is Memma, Mito, and Sasuke. This is based on teamwork. I didn't need to read anyone's minds just to know this. So now, can I please go home? As Kakashi and Kushina were like shocked. So you knew all along and you just did it on your own? Then Naruto said, yup. So what's the point? And Naruto just activated Kamui and he disappeared in a swirl. As Naruto was sucked inside of something, then Kushina said, as Mito and Sasuke asked, Naruto, where are you going? Naruto said, the test is over. I'm just using another body flicker that I mastered. As he disappeared in a swirl. Then he got home. Then he was in the other dimension watching them. As Kakashi, Mito, and Kushina, Sasuke, and Memma were like talking to each other and say, does anyone know how the heck did that kid was able to go between us in only those few amount of seconds? As Memma said, that kid, he's not even stronger than me. I am the child of prophecy, the strongest out of all the students in the academy. Then Sasuke said, the strongest out of all these students in the academy? He was rookie of the year lot more times than you. Then Memma blushed and said, yeah, but still. Then Naruto was watching this and then appeared again and said, you guys are annoying. So are you planning to finish or just gonna keep talking? I say saw that Naruto was the only thing I could see was Naruto's head. As Kakashi said, wait, Naruto, how do you have that technique? As Kakashi did the same thing as Naruto did and said, as they were in the same dimension, then Naruto closed the dimension gap and looked at Kakashi and said, so you have Kamui too, right? Obito's eyes. As Kakashi said, how do you know Obito? Books. Then father. Then Naruto said, come close. Then he touched both of Kakashi's eyes and duplicated the Sharingan into both of Kakashi's eyes and said, now open your eyes up. Then Kakashi felt another Sharingan activate and deactivate. Then Naruto said, good. Now you'll be able to control your Sharingan more. You don't need the headband anymore. Then Kakashi said, but, no buts. Just remind yourself not to overuse them, because then your chakra will overflow your eyes and you'll start bleeding. And Kakashi said, but how were you able to do that? Between you and me, I am more better than any Hokage. But still not a cage level. I'm just a tuning level threat. 3 years later, I might be a god level threat, but still, enjoy the eyes as he disappeared from the timing from the dimension as Kakashi reappeared with both shotguns on both of his eyes as Kushina said, Kakashi, how were you able to get the both? Then Kakashi said, Naruto healed my eyes. As Memma, Mito, Sasuke, Kushina were shocked and said, he was able to fix your eyes? As Kakashi said, yes, now I don't need my headband to be on my eyes anymore. But when then Naruto appeared and said, like I said, Kakashi, enjoy, as he disappeared in another whirlpool and went back home. As now Kakashi said, okay everyone, class is over. Meet us back here tomorrow for your first team mission. As Naruto left. And please someone tell Naruto, or is he just watching us? As Naruto appeared again and said, I am everywhere, Kakashi. And if you're wondering how am I watching you, Shadow Clone, I'm at home. As Naruto just disappeared again and just left. He is everywhere, is he? But then we skip all the D rank missions. I'm not planning on doing a D rank mission cap it title. So yeah. Then we go to all the way to the Sabusa arc. As we go to where Memma asks Minato for a high rank mission, as Minato said, alright, I'll give you a C rank mission. Then Minato tells the I need to find out the bridge builder's name. I'm gonna pause. The bridge as Minato told Tasuna to come in. Then Tasuna came in drunk as everyone smelled the alcohol. And yeah, since this was Naruto's first mission out of the village, and I want to make Naruto leave the village at since he's 12 now, I want to make him leave the village at 16 years old, because then you have the internal Mangekyo by now, and then you have the Tensegon master halfway there. Here you have the Tensegon fully master. And the running Sharingan of the Jubi, he'll have it fully mastered by the 3-year time skip and the chakra form. Then Tasuna started to look at all of them and said, so what are you supposed to be? you blondie, looking at Memma, as he then looked at Mito and said, huh, you look prepared. Then he looked at Sasuke. Huh, you look prepared too. Then he looked at Kushina and said, Who even wear those type of clothes these days? Then he looks at Naruto and looks at Kakashi. Huh. At least there's a few people who are ready to protect me. Because Naruto's wearing the same thing he's wearing that right now. And he bought since I really want him to wear a mask for his first mission, yeah, he bought a mask. He bought a kitsune mask. So imagine a simple ambu mask that he bought, as Kushina and Mito asked, and Sasuke asked, so what is that mask for? Then Naruto said, don't want people to know who I am. As he put on the mask and put on the cloak on. So this cloak he has on, this cloak with the kitsune mask. As Kakashi, when he looked at Naruto, he remembered his Ambu days with the mask on. That's when I could only see Naruto's face when he didn't have the mask on. As Minato said, take the mask off. As Naruto said, fine. He took it off, and Tasuna said the same thing, just that he didn't worry. As Minato said, okay everyone, you'll be leaving in 1 hour. Get ready. Then Naruto left in a swirling pool as he went away. Then Kakashi said, he's still here, don't worry. And he appeared next to Kakashi and said, "Yup, I am," as he left. Then Tasuna said, "Is he always doing that?" Then he looked at Menma and Mito and Sasuke, and they looked at him and and they nodded. Then Minato said, "Is that a body flicker, or is that your move, Kakashi?" As Kakashi said, "I can't tell you. That's a secret between me and him. He told me when we were in that other dimension." As Minato was a bit mad, but he understood that it's only a secret between him and Naruto. But he was wondering, how did Naruto get there? And like I said, Naruto's eyes were reformed by Hagoromo's karma seal. He needed the eyes of Hagoromo just to have the dojutsus that I wanted to give him. And they're connected to his blood now, so he's technically half Uchiha, half Otsutsuki, half Hyuga. What else do you need to have? Yeah, he doesn't have chakra chain, but he needs to go through harsh training to have that, but that won't be until he's 15. Yes, we skip an hour. Naruto came back here in a swirling circle as he appeared in front of everyone and said, "Yup, what's up?" Then everyone says, then Memma, out of all people, say, "You're late." Then, saying the Kakashi joke, "I was lost in the path of life." Being sarcastic just to get Menma mad. As Naruto just put a serious face on and said, "Get out of my way now." As he went with Kakashi, standing side by side with Kakashi as they left to the waveland, the wave village. As instead of being Sakura, who asks, doesn't the wave village have shinobis? It was Mito, as Kakashi gave her the same answer he gave to Sakura. As I'm gonna pause. I am sorry about that. So yeah, so I'm gonna continue. Now, when they got close to where the demon brothers were at, Naruto saw two puddles and was like, "Ah." As he activated Kamui and disappeared, as Kakashi said, "He knows something's wrong." As he appeared inside of inside of the substitution the brothers were at, as Naruto just sliced one person's head off and the other person's head off as he kicked it out of the water. Then Kushina, Menma, Mito, and Sasuke and Tasuna were like wondering, what's going on? As Kakashi said, Naruto teleported inside of the Genjutsu that they were in and sliced their head off, as Naruto said, and they're in the bingo book. So they'll be worth some money. Then we go to when they reach the mist. When they reach the wave village, a mist started to appear on them as Naruto sensed a sword coming straight at them. As Naruto said, "Duck," before Kakashi could say it. As they ducked, then Naruto jumped into the air and landed on top of the sword as he started to go surfing on it. As he started to move the sword, as he started to be spinning around the same direction the sword was going, and he was like having fun on it. Then Naruto decided to kick it down as he put chakra on his legs and kicked it down to the floor and landed on the ground as Naruto stick the sword on and said, "Sabusa Mamochi, the demon of the mist," right? As Naruto took out the bingo book and looked at it. And then Sabusa said, "Huh, kid, you're smart for your own good." So this is going to be cliffhanger no jutsu.